Hello and welcome you all. Today in this video we will be designing a process to generate COVID-19 report and send this report to required recipients. So what we will be doing in this practical is we will be dealing with a browser. We will be opening and closing the browser. We will be doing the data scraping in this video. We will also work with the Excel sheet and we will also work with the mails. So this report that we will be sending, we will be sending it through the mail ID or using the Gmail. So let's begin. I have created an empty process over here. So first thing we need is, or the first activity that we need over here is open browser activity. So this open browser activity we will be using. So first we need to change it to Edge. I will be using Edge browser over here. You can use any of the browsers you want. So let's search for COVID. Just search COVID-19 country table data or data, just the data. You will find many resources. So I will be referring this worldometer site. So I will visit that worldometer site, and what you need to do is we need the tabular data which is sorted by country or which is sequenced using countries. So we will visit this site over here, hyperlink over there, sorry. So this is the data, tabular data sorted by or arranged by countries. This we need to scrape. So we will be working on this. So in the open browser activity we must provide a URL over here. So before working on browser or before working on any type of browser, you need to what you need to do is you need to install the extensions for that particular browser. So we will be doing that first. It says that you need to close all your Edge processes and then click OK. So we will just copy the site and we will close the browser and click on OK. So UiPath extension for Edge was installed. This message is done. So now we can work with the Edge browser in our UiPath Studio. I have pasted the link to that site where we will be referring to. I will just open and visit it again. We need to open the site again for selecting the page for data scraping. So the first thing we set is open browser. We provided the URL link over here. One more thing we need is we need to collect the output of this open browser into a variable. So I will be creating one variable visited. So why this is needed, in the last step we are closing the browser. So what we will do is the tab that is opened by the open browser, we will be closing that tab, and while closing the tab we need this variable or we need the value stored in this variable. Okay, so next thing what we need to do is the second step, we need to scrape the data, scrape the tabular data. So what we will be using is this one, data scraping. Extract structured data from a browser. This data scraping is used for extracting structured data, and currently we are looking at the structured data, so we will be using this. So we'll select the data scraping. It will open a wizard. Next thing you need to do is simply click on next and click on any cell that you need of the table that you need. So I will be clicking on this first cell over here. It asks you selected a table cell, would you like to extract the data from the whole table? So we need to extract the data from this whole table, so we will click yes. So it will show you the preview data of what it will extract when it starts to work, and we are fine with what it is showing. We need all this data. So it has about 93 countries data over here. So this is what it will extract while it runs. So we are okay with this. We'll click on finish. It asks for is data spanning multiple pages. So our data is currently, I guess, not spanning. Yeah, it is only one page data or one page table. So we will be selecting no. If your data is spanning over multiple pages, so here it will say that next page or last page, then you can select yes. Our data is not spanning over multiple pages, so we'll select no. Yeah, so below our open browser activity, the data scraping activity has been produced. So what it is does is attach browser, and in that attached browser it has extract extracting part is being done here. So it will extract the data and store in this extract data table variable. So now one thing you must do is that extract data table has scope of data scraping, but we need to access it out of this data scraping. So we will change the scope to sequence of that extracted data table. We will change this global. We will make the scope global. Okay, so two things are done. We have opened the browser, we have scraped the data. Now we need to write the scraped data into Excel sheet. So data scraping has been done. Next thing, we need to write the data into Excel file. For that we will be using write range activity under the workbook section. So this write range will write the extracted data into our Excel file. So we will choose the file. I have created one empty Excel file named as COVID report. We will be selecting it. In the sheet 1, from the A1 column or A1 cell, it will start to write the data. We will select add headers so that it will add these headers also, country, total cases, new cases, to the Excel file, not just the data. So we'll be selecting this. And from which table? We will be adding it from extracted data table that has been created over here. Extract data table, we will be using that. Extract data table. So from extract data table, it will write the data into this Excel sheet. I created just the empty Excel sheet over here. There is no data present in it. So it will just, the data will be extracted and filled in this Excel sheet. So once this is done, we have created the Excel sheet, we have got the data. Now the next thing we need to do is mail this Excel sheet to the recipient over the Gmail. So what we will be using, or the next activity that we will be using, is send SMTP mail message. We will be using this send SMTP mail message activity. Now this send SMTP mail message activity has multiple properties that we need to set before sending the mail. The first thing we will be doing is writing the body over here. So what I will write is, hello, I am attaching a COVID-19 report with this mail. So I have added a body. We can also add the subject. So I will write COVID-19 report. COVID-19 report. Next thing you need to set is the port number for the SMTP. So the port number for SMTP is 587 that you need to set. And then next thing you need to set is a server. So the server for SMTP is smtp.gmail.com. So the server port is 587 and the server is smtp.gmail.com. Next thing you need to do is add the email and password of the account from which you need to send the mail. So it may be your mail or your company's mail ID from which you need to send the mails to other people. So here I will add my mail. And you also need to add a password over here. Now you can't use your regular password because by doing that you can't send your mail through UiPath or through third party application. For that there is another solution for that. So visit your Gmail account by selecting the account section in the apps and check if two-step verification is on. If it is on, if it is off, definitely turn it on. And the next thing you need to do is visit app passwords. So just myaccount.google.com/app passwords. Visit that site. It will ask you for confirmation, so just confirm it. And now what you need to do is create a new app specific password. So you need to generate a specific password for your application. So we are using it for UiPath, so I will add here UiPath Studio. So I have created UiPath Studio. I will click on create. So it has generated me a password over here. I have just blurred it for security reasons. So select the password over here. You can select it and copy it by using your mouse and click on done. And once you have copied your password, come to this password section, enter double quotes, and in double quotes enter your copied password. So what that will do is create your credentials over here. Next thing what you need to add is to the receiver. So the receiver mail you need to add over here. Okay, so receiver mail you need to add over here. Next thing you need to do is you need to add your email address again over here for the from section, and you need to give it a name or display name. What name should be displayed of the sender to the receiver. So I'll just add here my name. Yeah, so that's it. So you need to add the body, you need to add subject, you need to add port number, server name, you need to add login credentials, the username, and app passwords, app specific password. Next thing is the receiver's mail ID and the sender's details. So if all this is done, this can send the message. So we have created this, we have done this step. Last thing we will do is close the browser. Yeah, so for closing the browser, we will be using the close tab activity. And as I said during the open browser thing, this gives us the data about the open tab. We will be closing that tab over here, so it takes that input. So we will just provide the value that we have got from open browser over here. So this will close the tab that has been selected over here. Okay, so we will just go through the activities. First is open browser. We just pasted here the URL and created a variable to store the tab details. Next thing we did is data scraping. It generated the extracted data into data table. we wrote that data using right range to the Excel file. And yeah, okay, so one last thing we forgot to do is we need to attach that Excel file to the mail. So just we have created the mail, we didn't attach that Excel file over here. So we'll just click the attach files, click on create argument. Argument direction will be in, because we are providing the argument to the activity. Type is string, and here we will pass the path to this file. So just right click it, just copy the path from here. We need to attach that Excel file over here, so we will provide the path to that file. We will just enclose it in quotes. So I have provided the path to that Excel file that I want to attach to this mail. So we have attached the file, we have filled all the details for that, for the mail to be sent. And last thing is we will close the tab. Okay, so I will just close this tab before we try to run the automation. So we have saved it all, just we will try to run this. Yeah, so it opened the site. Okay, so it has followed all the steps, and let's check. Yeah, so no issues over here. We will just redirect to the mail, Gmail over here, and let's see if it has sent the mail. Yeah, so it has sent the mail. I had sent it previously also, so it is showing me that previous one also. But now at 10:39 or 10:38, 0 minutes ago, it has sent one another mail. Hello, I am attaching a COVID-19 report with this mail. This was the body of our mail, and this is the attachment that we have added. Let's check the receiver's mail also, that if he has received the Gmail or the mail that we have sent. So one thing you can add over here is you can add multiple recipients over here, and you can send those files or send that file to multiple receivers. Okay, so I have received the mail at 10:38. You can see at 10:38. Again, I had sent the mail previously also. I have run the automation previously also, so it is showing me two files or two mails. But this is the recent one at 10:38 p.m. It has sent me a mail from and the attachment. So let's just see the report that it has sent me. So this report will contain all the data that has been scrapped from that website. Yeah, so this is the data. Yeah, so we had 93 countries data present in it, so it has sent me that all data with the table headers and all the data records. Okay, so that's it for this video. We have created a process to generate, we had generated a COVID-19 report by using data scraping, and we send this report through mail to required recipient. In this we have sent it to just one recipient, but you can send it to multiple recipients using the SMTP server of the Google or SMTP server. Yeah, okay, so thank you for watching.